in our new home. We've been here 18 months. We've worked pretty hard on the garden, as you can see, and we've been blessed with lovely weather, so thank God for that. And it's a theme that was similar 25 years ago when we got married. We were in your parents' garden, and we had a marquee on the lawn, and we had a lot of people, 100 or so people, and we had a lovely day, special day. Big difference this year is no wasps. Who was here? Who remembers the wasps? We had an invasion of wasps, and every photo, if ever you've seen there's an album somewhere floating around. Every picture of the cake, picture of wasps on people's shoulders. It was incredible. And I found a wasp nest this morning, by the way. Anyway. As you know, these events don't happen easily. There's a lot of planning and effort, and you know who's done all the work, right? Yeah, it's Jane. She's an expert in management and organisation, and I hope you're relaxing now, sweetheart. Good, and keep trying to relax. Enjoy our day. A lot of people to thank. There's Maggie and her staff who've worked in the kitchens and produced all that lovely food, so thanks to them.
Yep.
Sarah at the Lord Clyde. Those of you who are Clyde regulars, Sarah kindly got us a couple of barrels of Cheshire Cat. Good effort, guys. I think there's only about 20 pints left. Yeah, Dave, we'll finish off.
I will try my best.
Sadly, Sarah's not here. She's away this weekend. Some huge cooking event in Sweden or something. I don't quite understand that.
Norway.
But sadly, Norway, thanks. Joe and Christian are somewhere. Joe and Christian have helped us serving drinks. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Rob for the music to come. A big thanks to Meg's uni friends, wherever you are. Where are you? Yeah, all the decorations that you see around the garden and everything, they've worked really hard. So thanks, guys. It's really appreciated. Moffs, Brenda, Bethel's, where are you? All your furniture and help through in the flower sharing. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Absolutely excellent. And big thanks to Meg and Emma. I mean, their rooms, if you've been to the bathrooms where their bedrooms are, you now know that the floor drobe doesn't exist. They have put their clothes away, and I think you've been able to. You haven't? Oh. And there's a guy here who's not here today. We wouldn't invite him because he just drink too much. But Roy, the guy who's helped us in the gardens, any of you who came and saw this place when we first moved in 18 months ago, I'm not joking, the grass was up to our knees. There was not a flower bed in view. And he's worked with us. And we have done a bit of ourselves, not just him, right? And we turned this place into hopefully something to continue to do. And there's more to do. And after years of living in apartments in Hong Kong and in Germany, and then sort of suburban life in Altrincham, it's really nice to come to a place like this, as you can might imagine. And boring Middle Ages finally kicking in, darling. No? And we love the challenge that this space is giving us. So quite a few of you here today witnessed the commitment we made 25 years ago. And I'm very proud and happy that we're still here 25 years later. A few bruises and scars, the usual ones that come from stresses of life and marriage. But young love 25 years ago, 25 years ago type love, really not maybe today's type of love, but all those years ago it was all about gazing into each other's eyes. That's what. That not work. I think I've messed my words up. Shall I start again? Start that one again.
No, just move on.
So the point was, when you're young and your love is, you gaze into each other's eyes. That's what you do. But as you get older and you move in through it, actually it's about gazing together in the same direction. That actually is that is a famous French author made that reflection. I think it's true. It's a key aspect of our marriage, I think. I think in the last 25 years we've had lots of choices, lots of ideas, lots of thoughts, compromises, but for the most part I think we got it right. Now, whether this was jobs or countries or schools for the girls, cars to buy, houses to move into, which white wine to buy at the off license. I don't think we've ever had I can't think of any major choice that we've regretted, or I've not regretted, hopefully. Same for you. It's me making the speech, so it's my prerogative.
That's great.
But on a serious note, Jane has an amazing capacity to adapt, and over all these years, she gave up her career to follow a job opportunity I had to go to Germany. We spent 2.5 years in Germany, and Megan came out of Germany.
Never heard it called that before.
And then we went to Hong Kong, and Emma came out of Hong Kong. But it was Jane who had to cope with all the change, setting up the home, working out how to buy stuff. There were times in Germany where our German was so poor that we only ate pre-packed food for his first year and a half, because the guys in the delicatessen would only speak Bavarian. No one taught us Bavarian, right? They taught us German. Nobody speaks bloody German in Bavaria. No one told us that before we went. And when we got to Hong Kong, she was able to sort of argue with workmen and tell them the standard of quality of work was rubbish. She was tremendously tenacious and adaptable, and I'm not sure she signed up to that 25 years ago. So thank you, darling, for all that adaptability. For those of you 25 years ago, on July the 28th, 1990, it's a bloody good job it was 1990, because although I'm a maths man, 1990 makes it really easy to calculate things. Those of you there may recall that during my groom's speech, I did all the traditional stuff, all the proper things. I thanked everybody, the gardener, the wasps, everyone. But I failed the tradition of mentioning how beautiful my wife looked. And my God, has a day gone by where I've not been reminded. So I'd like to say that you looked beautiful that day, and you still look very beautiful today. So 25 years, what have we done? Well, all I say is Jane has devoted herself to the bringing up of our children. Our two lovely daughters, standing on the left. She's been able to juggle the pressures of parenting, home life, me. It's a combination. And I'm sure you agree that the outcome of these two lovely young ladies that we have is worth all the effort. You know how proud we are of you guys, yeah? Your personalities, your style, all you're working towards, and your future. Yes. Actually, I didn't write that down. I didn't write that down. But we're very proud and we're delighted with how you've turned out, and the future that you're working towards. I think Meg and Emma are going to say a few words. I'm not totally sure that. I want to be complimenting you too early, just in case what might come. But together we built a lovely and strong family unit. I think we're loving, and every day's been a joy with you two, and with you, obviously. And that's the champagne in the corner. And I am truly looking forward to the next 25 years. So. I know the girl's going to toast, but I'd like to do a toast. Would you come up here, darling? Happy anniversary. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Jane and Chris.
Over to you, girls.
Okay, so thank you, Daddy, for a lovely speech. That was rather nice. So we just wanted to thank everyone for coming today and hope we're all having fun, especially the weather held out for all of us, which was really good. Thought last night might have not been too good today. But we thought we'd just make a small speech, in fact, to congratulate Mum and Dad's momentous anniversary. We really don't know how you guys have done it, and we just wanted to say a few words.
Okay, so most of you will probably have seen the photo boards around the greenhouse, which Emma lovingly put together as part of our present for Mum and Dad for their anniversary. So the greenhouse? No, the photos on
That's what she was doing.
Anyway, so we thought we'd take this opportunity to elaborate a little bit more on the boards and highlight some particularly embarrassing photos of some of you lovely people here today.
So the first board is Life Before Kids, and it's got some great university photos where you guys look rather drunk. So I don't know if all of you know the very romantic story of how these two met, but we thought we'd give you a brief overview of how it worked. So basically, they were both rejected from Oxford. Well done. And then Mum went through a bit of a stalking phase with Dad. She's a bit obsessed. And somehow somehow she managed to get herself a room right across the hallway from him at Durham University. Wonder how she did that. And so then they stood next to each other at Freshers' Bop, and then they got married, really. That was the base of it.
Jane volunteered to cycle to Aylesbury to find a man called Chris Smith. This was from Oxford and she doesn't cycle.
She's never let him out of her sight since. So they might have had a bit of an odd beginning, but it's clear to say that fate has definitely been on their side, and 25 years later they're still going strong.
Yeah.
So the next two boards represent the two families, so the Vernon Parrys and the Smiths, and most of you guys are here today. We're really sorry if there are some really, really bad photos.
Especially Rachel.
Yeah, we're really sorry, Rachel. We're really sorry. Just own it, it's great. You guys are all great, and thank you so much for all the support that you've given, not just us two, as the four of us as a family, but also Mum and Dad throughout. And also, of course, a special mention is needed here for Grandpa VP, who of course sadly isn't here, but despite his initial disapproval of Dad for like 2 years where he didn't speak, he learned to love you at the end, like we all have. Yeah, he would have been so proud, so.
So next up are the boards of us two, and as you can tell from Megan's board, she's been through rather interesting style choices throughout the years, it's safe to say, but I personally believe this is her peak right now. So let's all capture this moment. It's not going to get better, but I think bringing up Megan has been quite the breeze for Mum and Dad. She's been the good teenager that every parent wants, except for her drunken antics at age of 5, when Grandpa gave her her alcohol-soaked cherries, in fact. Got her rather drunk.
And then, of course, we have Emma's board, which any of you have seen, you'll know she was potentially the world's fattest baby. She was huge. But she lost all of that puppy fat and became the cutest toddler as well. She was absolutely adorable. Emma's also, I think, been pretty easy to bring up for Mum and Dad, if not slightly more accident-prone than I. There are so many stories, but the best one, if any of you know, is definitely when she was paralysed temporarily for like no apparent reason at the age of 2. But like, she's fine now. No one has any idea what happened. It was really funny. But that brings us nicely onto the next board, which is the Awesome Foursome, as we like to call ourselves. No one else calls us the Awesome Foursome, but we call ourselves that. And we're super lucky, and we're really close, and we have some really great memories as a four.
So next up is the holidays board, and it's pretty fair to say that we've been lucky enough to go on some pretty amazing holidays, and we are so grateful to Mum and Dad for taking some amazing places, and we can't imagine not being to these places and making so many fabulous memories together. And last but not least is the friends board, from Mum and Dad's uni friends and to those from Germany and Hong Kong, all the way back to people we've met in Manchester. As a family, we have some pretty awesome friends, and most of you are here tonight, and we just want to thank you guys for everything you've done. You really are amazing, and you've just been the best. Thank you.
So we could talk for days and days about all of those photos on the boards, but we will let you all get back to drinking and dancing. We just want to say thank you all so much again for coming and celebrating with us. A huge congratulations to Mum and Dad for reaching such a milestone. We love you so much. So please, can we all raise our glass for one last toast to Mum and Dad, Jane and Chris. Cheers. Congratulations.
Keep yourselves there, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be with us in a second. There's one. And there's the second, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Let's have a big round of applause for Jane and Chris. 25 years of marriage, their silver wedding anniversary. There we go. Congratulations to them both. Right, the girls will take the cakes away. We're going to get on with the music. Mix it around a little bit for you.